Most people think being responsible will make them financially secure. Work hard, pay your bills, avoid mistakes, save money, stay realistic. That sounds smart. And for a while, it even feels like the right path. You become the person who pays on time, the person who doesn't cause problems, the person who says no when everyone else wastes money, the person who always chooses the safe option. That kind of life gets praised. But for a lot of people, it creates the exact opposite result. They don't become free, they become careful, tired, and permanently financially tense. They look stable from the outside, but inside, they still feel behind. That's the trap. Because responsibility, the way most people were taught to use it, is not a wealth strategy. It's a survival strategy. It helps you avoid disaster. It helps you look stable. It helps you keep things together, but it does not help you build leverage. And leverage is what changes your life. That's why so many responsible people stay stuck. Not because they're lazy, not because they're reckless, not because they're bad with money, because they were trained to protect what they have instead of building what they don't have yet. That one difference changes everything. Responsible people usually say things like, I can't afford to lose money. I should wait until it's safer. I need to be more certain first. I don't want to mess this up. And yes, that sounds mature. But in real life, it usually means no experiments, no new income, no uncomfortable offers, no proof that money can come from anywhere except your paycheck. That's why stability slowly becomes a cage. You work hard enough to avoid pain, but not boldly enough to create escape. You become excellent at maintenance, but terrible at expansion. And if your whole financial life is built around avoiding pain, you will never build freedom. You'll get better at budgeting, better at cutting costs, better at stretching the paycheck. You'll know how to survive the month. But reducing pressure is not the same as creating power. That's the shift. Responsibility is the floor, not the ceiling. You still need discipline. You still need standards. You still need the ability to survive. But if all you do is protect, you never build. So what replaces that? Not recklessness, not gambling, not quitting your job and hoping for the best. The answer is the controlled risk rule. Small risks, measured risks, recoverable risks, repeatable risks. That's how normal people build wealth. Not with one giant move, with small moves that create proof. That could mean selling one small service, testing one simple offer, publishing one skill online, reaching out to 5 people, trying one tiny income experiment this month. Not a whole new life. Just one move that proves money can come from you, not only from your employer. That's enough. Because the moment you make money outside your paycheck, your brain changes. Now your job is no longer your only survival tool. Now you have evidence, and evidence breaks dependency. That leads to the second rule. Build an escape layer. Most people fail because they try to replace their whole salary too fast. That goal is too big, too emotional, too heavy, so they freeze. Instead, build one layer at a time. One layer might cover your phone bill, your groceries, your internet, your transportation, or one weekly expense that always annoys you. That sounds small, but it changes your life. Because when one recurring expense is handled by something you built, you feel less trapped, less dependent, less fragile, and for the first time, you stop feeling like every bill owns you. That's how freedom starts. Not when you get rich, when one bill stops controlling your nervous system. That's what responsible people miss. Most of them are not actually trying to become rich. They're trying to feel safe. They want no surprises, no embarrassment, no instability. But if your version of safety requires perfect predictability, you're probably building a prison. Because the world doesn't reward perfect caution, it rewards useful courage, not reckless courage. Useful courage, the kind that says, I can test this without ruining my life. I can survive being bad at first. I can take a small hit if the upside is real. That's how responsible people stop being stuck. Not by becoming wild, by becoming strategically uncomfortable. And here's the final truth. A lot of responsible people are secretly addicted to being dependable. The reliable one, the careful one, the mature one. That identity feels safe. People praise you for it, but nobody pays you for staying small. And sometimes that identity is exactly what keeps you small. Because the moment being responsible becomes your personality, you stop doing anything that might make you look uncertain. And wealth often starts exactly there, in uncertainty, in awkward first attempts, in imperfect action. So don't stop being responsible. Just stop using responsibility as an excuse for staying scared. Keep the discipline, keep the standards, keep the ability to survive. But add one system for upside. One system that can create money without asking permission from one job, one boss, or one paycheck. If you've been doing everything right, but still feel stuck, don't ask, how can I be even more responsible? Ask, what small controlled risk could create a new source of money for me this month? That question can change your life. If this changed the way you think about money, subscribe. Because the goal is not to be the most responsible person in the room. It's to become the least financially controllable.